Guys, you need a ticket.
Yeah.
I wanted to let her know which one. I got stuck in the report somewhere else. Alright, here we go. So remember, the more you guys talk, the harder it is for me to do this. Thank you, guys.
Show them how to do that.
Alright. So thank you all for being here. Thank you very much. Oh, let's see. Alright. So let's start. We're going to start off by doing some load securement talk. How does everybody feel about this?
Sorry. Those ones, I think you need.
Those actually measure out to be 24 feet.
Right. Are you
Or
talking
22. Those are 22.
rebar, or are you talking about the pipe?
The pipe.
Front or the back?
How does everybody feel? Hey guys, there's seats right up here. Nice couch. No comments? No. Is it good, Ben? Hey, did you get a ticket? Mario, did you get a ticket?
I'm good. I heard.
I would have put another touchdown.
All right, so listen. So they went up halfway, right? Two of them through the middle, and then they cover in the length. So the length we got to cover with what? If it's 22 feet long, how many straps just to cover the length?
5, 6.
How long? One for every
10 feet.
10 feet. So if it's 22, and plus you got to cover one strap for every 10 foot of length, or fraction thereof. So you need at least 3, right?
Yeah.
But is it up against anything?
No.
So that adds the penalty strap. So is this load right?
No.
Yes, 100%. That load is bitching. There's 4 over the top, right?
You should have moved that.
Excellent job. So that's what I'm showing you here. It's not up against something. So a lot of times what I'm seeing out there is guys will do the front one. So say there's 2 or 3 stacks. They'll do the front one for no front head structure, but they won't do the second or the third. If it's not touching something else, you've got to treat it just like it sits up front. So here's the front of it. 4 over, two bellies. Phenomenal. Great job. Alright, so on these, this is a great job. So look, this is on the back. Our policy is what? Who can tell me our policy for how many straps go over the top or change over the top?
2.
2. Very good. On the back and on the front, you've got to have that 45 the head hook with the 45 chain. Zach, did you have something?
No, you were asking. I'm like,
Okay.
I know.
Well, I know you. So, remember, 2 straps over everything. S hook to the front, back, with the chain pulling at a 45-degree angle. This is beautiful. They did 2 straps and a chain in the front. Can you ever get in trouble for doing more than what's required?
No.
Never. This I like. So what we're doing is we're showing how wide it is, right? So yesterday a guy came in and he had both flags in the middle on top of each other. What does that do? Nothing. So move your flags to the farthest outside as you can and as far back as you can. That's what you're showing. That's exactly what your permit says. And guys, there's some officers out there that are looking real hard at different things. So this is one of them that they can be a stickler on. And if you're in violation, you know what they can do? They take your permit and they go whoosh. And guess where you sit until we buy you a new one, Johnny?
Quick question. Can we block like the brakes on the fender with flags? Should we try to avoid that?
Well, your flag
Brake-
should
brake
hang.
lights?
Well, so like, I think he's asking if you have something that's only like 2 feet or 3 feet of overhang. So your flags are going to be a lot closer to your trailer. To the point where that they'll overhang.
So put your flag on top of whatever you're carrying.
I think you mean that over 4 feet.
Huh?
Over 4 feet, you mean
You know, David and Steven say flag and light, anything that hangs off the back.
Anything like.
Because what'll happen is somebody will ascend us and then sue us because we could have. So if we do the most, as much as we can, then we lessen our liability. Okay? So let's get something real straight. We will be liable almost all the time. I fight tooth and nail with insurance companies, and everybody wants to hold us liable. Think about this, guys. On your personal car, if you carry the minimums, you carry $30,000 liability here in Arizona. California, it's $2,000. Yeah, it's stupid. But a trucking company, you know what a minimum liability is for a trucking company? $750,000. We carry $1 million. So as lawyers are starting to get smarter. And they're suing trucking companies for bigger pockets, right? So we're trying to lessen how much we get sued for, because being a self-insured, so we're self-insured. The first $100,000 from every incident comes out of these guys' pockets. A lot of freaking money, man. A lot. So, try not to cover your lights. Yeah, that's not a good idea. You can't cover your lights. But you got to figure out how to put your flags on so that they're back there in your lights.
1-inch strap.
There you go. 1-inch strap works wonderful. Thank you, Paul.
John, I got a question.
Yes.
So, anything hanging over, we gotta put the lights and flags on. Even if it's 6 inches. I was told different. Under 2 feet, not to worry about it.
That's the law, but
No, that's why you have the policy.
Okay, now I know.
So, what does this do? Is he in violation of his permit?
Ay, ay, ay.
So we're not marking how wide we are, right? If you're over 2 feet wide, you've got to show how wide you are. And your flags need to be on there. Who gives out free flags?
CMC.
So please stop. I see guys with these ratty hunks of shit.
Socks.
If they measure these flags, you know what the flags have to be? 18 by 18. If they're not, violation. I mean, you get somebody who digs into the law and knows the law, they can make your life freaking miserable. And mine too, because then I'm trying to figure out a way to fight it. So here's our law. This is federal law. So motor vehicles transporting loads which extend more than 4 feet beyond the rear shall have these projections marked as follows. On each side of the load, one red side marker lamp. That's at night. So when we're running at night, guys, we're illegal. Because you got to mark the edges. And then on the rear projecting, from the rear, you have to have 2 red reflectors visible, located so as to indicate maximum width. So we're supposed to have lights on the rear corners. Do we? No. So, red flag, this one's tore up, and they're up. A lot of guys will hang them right where they put that strap around the rebar. But, you know, we give you the 1-inch straps, we give you a ton of bungee cords.
But when you put it on that wire, it's putting a half in.
Yeah. And so what do you think an attorney would say in court? Well, Paul, why didn't you put it in the back where the permit said it had to be? Had you done that, maybe my client would still be alive today. How does that sound in court? It sounds like shit to a jury, because the jury's like, no, that's true. I mean, these are 12 people who are not smart enough to get out of jury duty, so they're going to believe a lot of stuff. Here we go. Here's another one. Not too bad, but look at the flag, how shoddy it is.
You just strung out.
And flags are hard to keep good. I know they are, guys. But there it is, hooked up there. Not where we want it. Okay, this. stop. One of our drivers had one of the 4x4s came out, skipped, went into the front of a car in LA. $3,800. So please stop doing this. This is proper, guys. Proper. When hauling plate. So I got a call the other day and said from a mystery person, and they said, "Hey, you got a truck? It's about at the 85 and the 10, and there's only straps across it." I'm like, what? So I pull it up on the map, and I can tell who it is, and I call that person. I'm like, "Hey, pull over and take a picture of your load." Well, how come? Pull over and take a picture of your load. If I call you and I say that, it's because somebody is told on you. So he pulls over, and I get the picture, and I'm like, "Where are your chains?" "Oh yeah, I forgot to put them on." And I'm like, "Listen, this is your life. We do this to save you and save our company. Put your chains on." So on the back stack, he puts the cross chains, and on the front stack, there's one. But he takes the picture. There's a stack of his dunnage stack is right in front, and it looks like he leaned down and took the picture like this, trying to hide that he only had one chain. I'm like, "Where's your chains?" "I only have 3. I'll stop and buy one." Did he stop and buy one?
No.
No.
How much those chains cost?
About $80. So look at this: cross chain in the front, 2 separate chains, 2 separate binders. You grab 2 spools, you pull back at a 45. Then you can put 2 straps, but I like that he puts another chain on here. Chain, metal to metal, metal to metal, metal to metal. The straps, we look at, so the truck that we totaled out right over here carrying the I-beams, it had the correct amount of straps with edge protections on it, right? It did. Mike's showing everybody the pictures.
No chains.
No chains. And where is that guy today? He still doesn't walk right. He'll never drive a truck again. And that day we almost lost him. They thought he was going to die. So steel holds steel. Straps, even with the edge protectors. Once that shit starts to move, you better lift your feet up, man. Because if it comes through the cab, it'll take your feet right off.
That's your one?
So here's the back stack. Excellent job. This is exactly what we want to see. We had some questions on these. So what I'd like to see is pull everything to the back except for the back one and pull that one forward. Okay? You never have to pull forward with more than the very rear one. Because what are we trying to stop from happening?
We're going forward.
Do you ever take off fast enough that load's going to shift and go backwards? No, your clutch will dynamite before that ever happens. But can you lock it up hard enough to make that load move?
Yep.
I don't have a clutch.
Your truck actually has a clutch.
I'm automatic.
No, it's the same as their truck.
I was just joking.
It is, seriously, Peter.
I know.
So wrap them and pull them back from the front all the way back. The front one, you can pull straight down, but the front one has to be in what? What do they have to sit in, the front and the rear? Coil wraps. Do the middle ones have to? No, there's an exemption. And if you ever find an officer that doesn't know the exemption, call me and I'll send you the exemption. Zach.
Real quick. I don't know, most of you guys probably all haul those blue cable coils out of LA. Yeah,
It's the post tension cables.
If you haul them and they start leaning on you, this is how you strap them down. Is this one that's got butterfly on the top?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, if you haul the blue CMC,
Yeah.
this is how you wrap them to keep them from tilting from side to side, guys. Whichever way it's already wanting to lean, pull it the opposite way. I just want to say something because I know that lots of people have had issues with that in the past.
No, they do. So when you're hauling those post tension cables, hey, does he want to come up here and sit down and eat?
Come over here.
There's a table right here, man.
Now, on those ones right there,
Oh, right here, what's the
are you required to put those on every single one?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah.
are, right?
Yep. Yeah.
But you know, it's not enough winches for that.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the hardest thing about getting that load out of Colorado.
like 6 of them.
Well, there's
Yeah.
10. There's 10, so you should have at least 5 on each side,
Yeah, but
right?
you're supposed to, yeah. But you ain't gonna have enough to belly wrap them across the middle and then do each individual one over butterfly over the top. There's
You don't,
never-
so you don't need to do the butterfly with the Colorado coils, they won't lean that way.
Okay.
I do it through.
This is-
Mike do
when
it
you're-
through strap, butterfly trap.
When you're pulling the ones out of Colorado, this is nowhere near as necessary unless the coil is starting to hang off the side of the truck. That's the problem with those blue coils we pick up from CNC. They're a lot looser and they will lean. That's why you do that on those blue coils. These ones out of Colorado, it's in there tight and they're not going to lean side to side the same way. You do not have to do this at the top with these types of coils. When you have the blue cable out of CMC, that's when you want to do this.
And I usually put that single strap across the bottom of the deck
Yeah.
on each one too. So that's why.
Yeah, so by law, you're required this strap right here, front and rear, correct, John? The first and the rear one have to be pulled straight down.
Down and forward, you mean?
No, it's on the deck. Oh, you see it on right on the deck, that first one, the last one?
Oh, right. The last one straight down.
What's wrong?
Probably go eat.
Well, no, here's the ticket. So, what was the question? I'm sorry.
He was asking if they needed this on all the blue, or on
On
all
the blue
the,
ones,
one
I would do
on
that.
the deck,
I
one
would
on
do
the
just
deck.
like that.
and the one on the deck, this
And
one.
the one on the deck, I would do as many as you can,
Right.
but skip if you need to. All right. So, is this how we do our procurement for our rebar?
No.
What should be on this side? A D-ring or a ratchet binder, right? We pull from both sides. I get into this argument all the time. And whenever I go out there and look at this, guess what's loose? Just coming from CNC to here, it's loose. This year, guy, next month, road check. May 16th and 17th, all across I-40 from California clear out to into Tennessee. They're doing road check. So we'll be, I'll be up at the one in Flagstaff where they're grabbing every chalk. And we actually are going up there to feed. We do it every year. We feed all the troopers and the inspectors lunch. So
That's so we don't get pulled over, right?
so that we try to bribe, man, but
You're buttering them up.
you try to butter the muffin, man, but we'll see. So listen, this year their focus is on the anti-lock braking system and cargo securement. So we are flatbeds. That means what? They'll just be looking right at us. That's the hard thing with our flatbed trucks. Is it's like looking up your girlfriend's skirt. You get to see everything you want to see without having to work for it. So as an officer's going down the road, he looks over at flatbeds, and a good one will go, oh, no, there's an out of service, and over you go. So that's the hard part about running flatbed. You got to have your stuff right. So two of the biggest things to check. They're going to be doing level ones on everybody, which means top to bottom, front to back, checking your logs. Please have clear out your bills of lading, clear out your extra trailers, have just on your log what you need. Certify your logs. The only day that doesn't have to be certified is the day that you're operating on. We keep on having tons and tons of violations. If you don't know how to find, or you don't have your card, the laminated card Mike gives you, let us know, we'll give you another one. But it's how many places in the log? Three places in your freaking log. You can find that ELD in-cab material stuff. So,
I got a question for you.
please.
When you certify, you drop a load in the morning, and you pick up a load, and it has, your 2 load numbers. You keep those on, or just you only want one?
Just keep your current, whatever's current. Yeah.
At the end of the day, right?
No, I
Not what you did both days, right? Or
Right.
not what you did in the morning and at night.
right. As
Just
soon as
one
you
at
drop
night.
that last one, wipe
Get
it.
rid of it.
Yeah.
And then
Can't do
when
that.
you certify
Really can.
with the end
Have
of it.
whatever trailer you hold that day.
Oh my
You have-
goodness.
Cause you drop the load that morning,
Uh-huh.
so you're doing that day. So that number's gotta stay there until after midnight. If you take it off,
Could you show me where it says that in the law?
I've had that ticket, so I know it's
That
gotta.
doesn't mean it. That doesn't mean it was right, Roy.
I've had that ticket. They tell you, you have to keep it there because you gotta show what you did that day. In that 24-hour period, you gotta keep them 2 numbers there.
It-
After the 24.
And I'll look into it. I'll look into it. I don't ever think I'm 100% right.
Yeah. You have to keep whatever you did that day on the paperwork. And after midnight, you can get rid of the one you did that morning.
My idea is no. Where that comes from is running a paper log. Yes,
What, that's the area they're gonna work on.
they're going to work out of Belmont.
Where is that?
Belmont is just west of Flagstaff. You know where the Harley Davidson dealership is there? Right there. There's is that a Pilot or Love's? Love's? Pilot. Yeah. There's a Pilot. So that's when they shut down both. They're going to be hammering 17. They're going to be hammering 40.
Yeah, they usually have one at 17 coming down.
Yeah. The 2 rest areas that are closed, north and southbound, they'll be at those 2. So,
So, okay.
good time for you two to be on vacation. You'll probably confuse the new inspectors if you have them on paper logs. They'll be like, how do you download this? All right. Hey, this is something we do not want to see.
So what's this doing? Just running on its own? Just backing it?
Stand on the thing outside.
Yeah, it's idling back. So what if he trips or he hits something and it bumps him?
Or the door shuts on his foot?
Yeah.
Ow!
Or he trips getting back in.
Whatever. Something could happen on the way to the seat.
That shit is stupid.
You spill your taco?
All right, let's.
The old man getting audited for not paying his taxes, so he came to see the IRS. So first of all, he goes up and hires an attorney. Him and his attorney go up to the IRS building. When they walk in, the IRS man meets them, says, y'all come on in the office. They go in there. The IRS man tells the old man, he said, now the reason why you're here, he said, sir, you've been making a lot of money and you haven't been paying no taxes on it. The old man said, well, I just make bets. I didn't realize I had to pay taxes on that. The IRS man says, of course you do. He says, but what kind of bets are you making to make that kind of money? The old man says, well, like for example, he said, I bet you $5,000 I can lick my own eyeball. The IRS man thinks it's impossible. He says, all right, I'll bet you that. The old man pops a glass eyeball out of his skull, licks it, sticks it back in his head. The IRS man just shakes his head. The old man says, I tell you what, I'll give you a chance to win your money back. I'll bet you another $5,000 that I can bite the back of my neck. The IRS man thinks, there ain't no way, that's impossible. He said, all right, I'll bet you. The old man pops his false teeth out, bites the back of his neck, sticks them back in his jaw. IRS man's getting mad at this point. The old man said, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a chance to win your money back and make you some money. He said, you see that trash can over the corner about 10 feet away over there? IRS man said, yeah. He said, I'll bet you $25,000 I can get up on your desk and piss over in that trash can and not spill near a drop. IRS man thinking, that's impossible. There's no way that you're going to do that without spilling near a drop. He said, well, bet me then. He said, all right, I'll bet you wrong. The old man gets up on the desk, pulls the pants down, and just starts pissing all over everything. Everything in the damn office chair, desk, files, paperwork, everything. Well, that IRS man is getting excited. Yes, man, I knew it. I knew you couldn't do it without spilling there a drop. He said, I won. He looked over at that attorney. That attorney got his head down looking disgusted. The IRS man says, what's wrong with you? The attorney replies and says, well, before we walked in here, he said, hell, he bet me $100 grand that he'd get up on your desk and piss all over everything in your office, and you'd be glad he did. And he said, hell, I took the bet.
Damn it.
All right. Somebody brought this trailer in like this. Is that how we bring tarps back?
What is it?
Those are tarps.
But what's under it? Is it covering?
Nothing.
It's just really cattle.
Yeah, you shouldn't stuff them in the toolboxes either.
So people will not roll up and stuff. So we're going to start holding people a little bit more accountable when they bring stuff in like this.
Wow.
They'll get to spend an afternoon with Jeremiah and Jay learning how to roll up tarps. How about this? Is that where that stuff goes? What is it? They just drop the trailer and leave. Tarps and edge protection.
All that there?
Yeah.
I have to watch them.
All right. So, hey, our safety score. Listen, our CSA score is in trouble. It has been for a long time, right? For those, most of you guys come. Most of the guys that are here are always here. So you hear me preaching about this all the time, right? Our unsafe driving basic has gotten us into some deep poop at this point. Tuesday, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration will be coming in to do an audit. Yeah, baby. So, for those of you who have been speeding, for those of you who've been talking on your phone or texting, not wearing your seatbelt, or being in the wrong freaking lane, this is because of you. So, we cannot get low. We can't come out of the alert status. Because people just only care about themselves.
Hey John, after the audit, will it go back to normal?
No.
So it doesn't reset?
No. What won't go back to normal either is the company's
As
checkbook.
long as we don't get any more tickets, it'll go back.
The only way to get this to stop is to stop getting these violations. And then at the 24 month, when it drops off, so like next month, at the beginning of next month, April from 2021 will drop off. If there was some violations there that are unsafe, they'll fall off and our score comes down. But we are constantly doing, well, you saw, up and down, up and down, up and down within a little bracket because
Clean inspection, don't take none of that off?
no, clean inspections don't take it off. What takes it off is it falling off and not getting new ones. So, who knows what they're going to tell us what to do? Because they have that power. So hopefully they're happy with what we've been doing. Guys, so when you're out there and you see somebody hauling ass through California, what should you be saying to them? Hey, knock it off. You're going to affect me. Right? You're going to affect me. So 11, we have 11 violations. We have 11 violations that are 6 to 10 over. Failure to obey traffic control device, 9. That's running the scale. Hey, we're going to talk. Let's watch stuff out there. 7, non-use of seatbelts. 6, 15 or more over. 5, 11 to 14 over. 5, speeding in a construction zone. And look at the points that carries, the severity. That's 10. 10, yeah. Lane restriction violation, so that's California. And using commercial motor vehicle with a radar detector. Failure to maintain lane. Improper lane, improper passing. All sorts of great stuff. I'm not on there?
John,
Hey, John, did New Mexico pass that where we can't run the left lane no more?
Oh, I haven't heard.
I saw it that just passed, or the New Mexico does like, so you can't run left lane no more unless you pass. It's the only way, and you have to go directly back over.
It's kind of smart.
Yeah, well, I'm just wondering, 'cause I know.
Yeah, because you get those guys that just go left lane and they camp there and they don't
Yeah.
care about nobody else. So I don't know if it's passed, I'll look into that.
And they don't have a radio.
And I'll send it out.
Yeah, I just wondered if there's a number.
Yes, Peter,
All those tickets you just showed us, is that the past month?
past 24 months.
Oh, 24.
That's a lot. That's 24 months. So here's our crash indicator. We're starting to edge up. We've got to stop. One of the last crashes we were in, the driver calls me and says, "Oh, I just some car just hit me." Pull the video. He hit the car. He left his lane. That car went into the guardrail, then bounced and came back out into traffic, and the car T-boned it. So we have a totaled car and about 6 people injured. So that's gonna leave a sting. So please be careful when you're driving, guys. I know it gets hard. Just be aware of your surroundings. Know what's around you. It's when you get in a hurry that these mistakes occur. So our hours of service were just below the threshold. 62, 65 is where we go into alert. We've been trending down, so thank you. But it's imperative. That's why we can't keep getting these 1-point violations for not certifying our logs, multiple days, and not having too many bills of lading numbers and having too many trailer numbers. All those are just terrible. So these are our violations. 8, failing to put in your bill of lading. 8, failing to certify. 6, failed to manually add the trailer number. 6, record of duty status, general form of manners. Failing to maintain ELD instruction sheet. 4, should we ever get that? Ever. It's in your ELD, 3 separate places. Failure to maintain a supply of blank logs. Driving beyond the 11. So we gotta get better at this. Vehicle maintenance. Remember, this also includes our load securement. We're starting to trend back up. We were doing real good coming down, and then we jumped. So please, pre-trip post-trip.
People that are getting pulled in, getting inspected.
Yeah, all these come from inspections, roadside inspections. So if you were just pulled over and it was just a regular chippy, and he couldn't do an inspection, and he just wrote you a ticket, it won't appear on here. This is only inspections, the roadside inspections you guys get. So, inoperable lamps, 12 of those. Brake lamps, 6 of those. Grease leaks, 6 of those. Tires, flat or low, 5 of those. Periodic inspections. These are all things that we should be catching. So proper pre and post trips, these don't happen. Our driver fitness, yes.
So on that air leak shit, right? I had an audible air leak on my truck before, my older truck, and you could always hear it, but it never dropped below the threshold 125, 112, right? But you could always hear it, and Scott always told me, don't worry about it. It's not, a violation.
It is a violation.
I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Come talk to me about it. I'll make stuff happen. I mean, you can't have an air leak, right? It's just like having a wheel seal that's starting to leak. Do they ever get better? They only get worse. And even so when it drops, so what they'll do is an air loss check on you. We'll start your truck. They'll build the air pressure up to, or they'll pump it down below 60 psi. Then what they're gonna do is they're gonna push down on the brake pedal as hard as they can.
Yeah.
And if your truck does not build air,
In 1 minute.
no, if it does not build air, they're watching your gauge. If it doesn't start to climb,
Yeah.
so so our driver fitness basic, again, this is like wearing our glasses, our hearing aids, having the proper endorsements. You guys don't need any real endorsements. So it's just basically, you know, making sure our restrictions are followed. Not driving like those of you who have a restriction for no manual transmission, you can't drive those. So this is doing a lot better. So I'm grateful. Thank you. This is our safety score right now. So when they pull up next to you or they run our DOT number, they get this 60. And the 60 means it's optional. We're not the worst out there, but we're not the best. And we like to think we are the best.
Shouldn't we be in the 90s?
90s sucks. So 90s is bad. The higher you get, the worse it is. We need to be in the 30s. 30s or high 20s. That'd be phenomenal. So when they pull up our DOT number, they get an amber light that comes across. And it said just, again, it tells them optional. But it shows that our unsafe driving is at 81%. 65 is the threshold. We're at 62 on hours of service, 0 on controlled substance, vehicle maintenance 29, 23 on our crash. So we have 1 alert. So then this is insurance, and this is what it says. The carrier has 14 severe violations cited in the past 36 months. Driver information is available for those. So those will be the drivers. I'm sure that when Alfonso comes in, he'll be asking me for the DQ files and for how we took care of the violations. So if you're one of the 14, okay, this is our frequency of inspections in what states. So who's banging us the hardest? California. So blue is 21, red is 22, and we're just fresh into 23. First quarter's over. So California leads in every single one of those. So when you're in California, make sure you're right, because those guys they've been being pretty good to us here recently. So, but they do a lot of inspections. This is our unsafe driving, guys. 11 out of 12 months in alert. So we've got to curb this. The other thing that we're seeing a lot is it will alert us, and I'm starting to send out messages. It sends me a message when anybody's over 80 miles an hour. So, and I'm starting to text. I'll copy the message and then I'll text you with it. Please, nothing over 80. The last individual I called, I said, "Hey, what's going on?" "Oh, it's going downhill." That's the neat thing. Your truck has jake brakes and brakes. It stops that from happening. This is our hours of service. So we're 4 out of 12 months. We were in alert. This is our vehicle maintenance. Nice steady drop. I really, really like that. Here's our crash. And we were doing really good, and then we got a little spike there. So let's bring that back down. So here's the guys that will be looked at by FMCSA. The blue is covering their names. But this is what they've done. So back on 5, 7, and 20. Speed. Oh, except for 12, 10 of 21, we have using a handheld mobile phone while operating the CMV. And then we go back to our normal MO of speed.
limit. A lot of those, some of those 15 overs are people driving 70 miles an hour while they have
An oversized.
permit. And that's a double violation for us. If we got a permit violation, and we get the speed ticket for 15. So read the permit. That's what you're allowed to do, 55.
So these actual tickets are just what Sam said.
Well, see, when I get the call that says, "Hey, John, I just done an inspection, but good news, I didn't get a ticket." Who did? The company got boned. And who should have gotten it? The driver, right? So you're the one doing it. We provide you with the education, the ability not to do it, but yet the company suffers every single time.
How? How do you get a ticket and we don't get a ticket?
Because this affects how much we pay in insurance.
No,
This
no, I'm
affects
not
whether
that. I'm saying
it's
how
not a
does-
ticket. So they don't write us a ticket like they would write you a ticket.
Yeah.
But this affects how much David and Stephen pay in insurance. Every year that it occurs, it goes up.
And whether or not we get fined when FMCSA
Yeah.
comes in and says.
When FMCSA comes in, this will dictate the fine amount. And let me let you in on a secret here. FMCSA fines per occurrence went from $850 to $3,750 per occurrence. So if we're not fixing things, and we're not adjusting things right, everything they find, say they find 100 of them, how much is that? It's almost $400,000 in a fine. And this is the way FMCSA works. They say, here's your fine, now pay. And if Stephen and David say, we want to go to court on this, they say, there is no court. And then they say, well, we're not going to pay. Guess what happens? Every single registration that is under White Mountain is shut off, including their personal vehicles. So there's no getting out of it. The damage that gets done here is catastrophic. And it's people thinking, well, it's for me, I'm tired, I want to do this. We're a team, man. You want to be an all-star by yourself, I will personally help you get your own DOT, set it all up for you. 100%. So you can rock on like you want to do it.
1, 2, 4.
But you're going to find out real fast that it don't work. All right, some videos.
Hey,
See when the hood hops? That means the back tires are hopping. So this, make sure you have your signals on. Make sure you check your mirrors.
oh,
What do you already see?
hey. Same truck.
The argument I get all the time on driving fast is that I've been doing it a long time and I know how to do it. I'll never have a problem. It's not you that I'm per se worried about.
Right.
It's everything else, like this.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh!
So you might be able to control you, but you can't control everything else.
Goes right out the wheel well.
I know.
So this is good. That was a good job on that driver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
So in this one, the driver was reaching way over to the right side, trying to do something, grab something, or. But I'll never show you guys' faces. What road is this? 95 in California, right?
Or torpedoes.
Yeah, the back way up.
But he's going too fast. Did we see his speed to begin with?
What?
Sure again.
Speed limit is 65.
Yeah, but.
Oh, it's 55.
Yeah, it's 55. You're in California. But you gotta also drive for the roads, guys.
Yeah, that one is like, it's through the
Yeah.
desert. Yeah.
Yeah. And it has some sharp curves on it. Okay, so this is a serious question. As a management team, what can we do to help you guys be more successful?
Stay out of trouble.
No, what can we do? We're not in trouble here. Yeah. No, what can we do?
Call him, bitch.
No suggestions. Can we fix anything? Is anything not working right for you guys? Is the shop fixing everything you want fixed? Is dispatch treating everybody equally? Is safety being too mean to people? Is the driver manager, I don't know, Mike does everything, so we wouldn't worry about
I
that.
don't want him to hear me.
But what can we do? What can we do better? Me and Mike both talk all the time about this stuff. If we can help you guys, that's what we're here to do.
Oh, it's up to the guys that are driving, especially ones that are speeding. They just need to slow down. And they don't realize that it's they're hurting themselves, they're hurting everybody else on the team too.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
But is there anything we can do to change? You guys have any bitches? I mean, now's the time to complain because you got the ears of one of the owners and me and Mike. If we can change something to make things better, and Zach. Oh, is somebody else here? You went too. I thought. Oh, I was like, did I miss somebody? Is there something we can do to make things better, more efficient? Help you out in your job. That's what we're here to do. Because when you guys succeed, guess who else succeeds? Yeah, this company succeeds. So there's no reason why we won't bend over backwards to help you guys. All you have to do is ask. If you guys haven't pulled a load, and this goes for everybody watching on the videos, if you haven't pulled a certain load, call. We will. I mean, I've got a ton of pictures I'll send. I'll walk you through it. Mike will walk you through it. Zach will walk you through it. We will help in any way possible if you need help. So the other day, I get a call at dark 30 in the morning. In fact,
That's right. Wake them up.
Well, I was already awake. I get up pretty early, but I go to the gym. I just got home, jumped in the shower. My wife walks in. She's like, "This damn thing keeps raining." So I get done. I call the driver back and I say, "What's going on?" He's like, "Hey, can we PC down the road because the guy really needs his load?" What's the answer?
No.
So thanks for waking my wife up. Which, I mean, she understands. Being on call as a trooper for 22 years, she understands. But I said, no, why? Well, they really need this load, and we don't get hours back until this time. And I'm like, where are you? He says, we're right out at Sossaman and Elliott. I said, give me 20 minutes. I'll be there. I'll drive your trucks for you. So I drove out there, jumped in each one of their trucks, logged myself in, and moved the trucks onto the job sites for them. We'll do that for you guys. I mean, I won't go to, like, Utah. If you call me from Salt Lake or Brigham City, leave it out. LA area. But, I mean, if it's around here, I'll do whatever. Me and Mike will do whatever we can to help you guys out. Okay? That's what we're here for. We're here as the support for for the main line of the football team. So, nobody wants to, George, you have anything?
I think that the thing that hurts us most is the people that are watching on TV and not here being a part of this. Because someone's getting these tickets, and it's always the same people here, and the people here seem to be the ones that care.
No, I'm here today.
The people that aren't here, they kind of leave me with questions because they're not here, and they're the ones that are hurting all of us. I mean, I don't drive long distances like you guys, but I drive as careful as I can for all of us.
People, kids in them cars.
Maybe instead of this being optional, make it mandatory.
The minute we make it mandatory, you guys have to be on the clock.
Aren't we all on the clock?
On duty.
Voluntary safety meetings can be claimed as off duty.
Because you're here by choice.
We don't drive, we're not on the clock.
But mandatory safety meetings, it's right in the rules, are on duty.
That's why it's optional.
So before, I don't know, last year before last, you guys were giving so if you got a ticket, you getting the truck bust down to 65. Y'all still doing that?
Yeah. So,
Are they still getting those fucking those violations like that?
I think you're in an okay crowd.
Say, John? Are we good?
Are we what?
We good.
Oh, you're gonna be
Handling more tickets.
I ain't got
And then
so the other thing we're looking at is the Samsara alerts us. That might be another option to be turning people down. So don't go over 80, guys. What are your front tires rated at? 75. You go over 75. Has anybody had a scare blow at 70? Huh? Why? What'd you have to change right away?
Yeah.
Yeah, the britches.
it is scary.
It'll scare the crap out of you, and if you're not paying attention, it'll suck you off on one side or the other.
Especially if you get a blowout in the cab over.
Yeah, that'll jump you around. So, yeah, so the speed is our main concern right now. Running in the wrong lane. California, man, if you guys would just... California's tough, man. You gotta slow down, you gotta stay in the lane.
Not just that, guys, that's also when you're going through from here to Casa Grande, from here to Flagstaff, and they got the signs out there that say trucks right lane only. They fucking mean it.
Yeah.
That is not if the scale's open. That is the trucks belong in the right hand lane only. At those two rest areas.
Yeah. They camp out and wait for trucks not to be in the right lane.
Maybe you need to make a little pamphlet.
They can't
for guys that actually did come.
I mean, it's funny because we drive the same lanes. Guys already know this. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like we going nowhere new. Like we're not going to, we're not going no further than California. Colorado East. So it's not like a lot of West Coast drivers are going to East Coast and don't know the lane. You understand what I'm saying? Like I got a violation going up to Castaic for improper lane violation, right? That was last year. But at the same time, I knew what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? But it was wrong, but you know what you're doing.
I know.
And I was angry too. I thought I was doing something. I thought I was doing something.
That was nice of you telling
I thought
me.
Rhino killed me. I feel like mad as shit.
So it's hard. Hey, listen, and I know it's hard. You get out there, you're missing your home, you're missing your family. You guys do a job I would hate to do. I've done it. I've been over the road, and I hated it. So I applaud those who can do it and do it every day, day in, day out, and do a phenomenal job of it. So if things get rough, you just gotta bite down, man. It sucks.
I would say it's also important that everyone knows that they can come in and ask questions.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a lot of oversized overlane, and there's curfews on it, so I can only be on certain roads. And I came in and I got a whole list of what I can be on from John, and we talked about it, and we figured it out exactly what I can and can't do. Also, I don't want to be on a road full of people going to work with something that's hanging out in the back of my truck 13 feet.
That's the other thing,
So we
guys.
figured it out. So
What?
we know.
What else does Phoenix area and Tucson area have? From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and from 3 to 7. Too many people, that's true. There is too many people. But what else?
OSOW.
It's called a curfew. If your permit, your monthly permit will generally allow you to run during curfew. If you have to get a special permit, do not be out during those times.
What times?
6 to 9, HOV lane times. 6 to 9 and 3 to 7.
Oh, okay, so traffic.
Yeah.
Most of your major cities are like that.
Yep. Salt Lake is another one, and my nephew, who's a commercial trooper up there, says that they're really looking at that. The other thing that they're looking at, Utah bangs hard on, along with Washington, are underglow lights. Please turn them off. At the truck stop, light it up. But when you're rolling down the road,
Oh, you is Washington?
yeah. Washington, yeah, that's another one we've been banged
Yeah,
up.
they don't want you running with them.
So, all right. So this is something that was brought up. I had one of the guys use adverse driving, and he had used the split sleeper berth at the same time, and it put him in violation.
You can't use split sleeper, and you can't use adverse driving with split sleeper. You can't. You gotta wait till the second day if you want to use it.
No, you can use it.
You gotta wait till after a couple of shifts, right?
No, you can use it. However, what it does is it puts you in violation on your ELD. Your ELD will show that you're in violation. You're not actually in violation, and what you see on your ELD will not transfer over to the feds when you transfer your logs. And that's what this memo says right here. So we just had that. I was like, why is it putting them in violation? Because I just read the law, and they're like, no, I don't know, it's a glitch in the system. So, but it doesn't transfer
So
those
you can't use it
violations.
when you're split.
Yeah.
And it won't.
It'll show a violation on your end,
Yeah.
but it won't transfer over.
Yeah.
Any questions? Can somebody give me the definition of an adverse driving condition?
Light out.
Something
No. Wait. Why hit it?
Running late.
Something unexpected. So it cannot have been forecasted prior to you leaving. Is LA traffic? No. Phoenix traffic? No. So, crash, an accident? That's a great one. A mudslide crossing the road? That's a great one.
Earthquake.
An earthquake, there you go. In fact, somebody was showing me a picture of California right off the 99. Part of the road is just buckled up from a slide.
I was
So,
sitting in LA one time and started shaking because the wind and the road go like this.
so those are adverse driving. Things that are unforeseen and not forecasted prior to you leaving on your trip. Congested traffic areas don't count. So, how much time, once you guys hit that adverse driving condition button, how much time does it give you?
2 hours.
2 hours. What are you allowed to use?
Whatever you set in traffic.
Whatever it delayed your trip up to 2 hours. Very good. Good job. All right. So during the rollout, all right, this is going quick. During the rollout of our safety contest, unfortunately there was something left out. As you all know, this contest was created for us to recognize and reward our drivers that show a strict dedication to company policies, standards, and just overall are committed to safety. During the challenging times, we are having to stay up to speed and promote the safest technology offered for the safety of our drivers and for our insurance requirements. This includes the rear and forward-facing cameras. In the point structure, we are giving an additional 100 points per week for drivers that run with no cab camera covered. After much discussion, we have decided to disqualify drivers that choose to cover their cameras from the quarterly safety contest. This will not change any points or eligibility through the 226 or 23. So if you got the points prior to that, you kept them. But going forward from this date, you must not have your cab camera covered to be able to be within the 4 quarterly contests. We hope you'll all understand that we are trying to promote this safety contest, and this is something we feel is essential for our safety as a company.
That had gone out back there in February. That's
So-
why that date's on it.
We've talked about this, and so tell me what not having your inside camera cover means.
Having your visors down, right?
We have to be able to see your shining faces, okay? If you throw down your visor, you've done the exact same thing, right?
You know, my camera's been taken off